Hi everybody, Marcia here from ZeeCee Creations, and I haven't made a video for a really long time, and I guess life is just getting in the way of my crafting lately. But anyway, I have been doing a few things here and there. Made some little Halloween buckets for my little grandsons for Halloween, and just a few things here and there, but I did want to show you a project that I was working on and just finished it. I had to stop for a little while and start again, but I just finished it, so I thought I'd share that with you. It's my very first attempt at a fabric book, one of those beautiful shabby chic ones that I see you girls making. I see Lolly Dolly Crafts, Wendy from Lolly Dolly Crafts making them. Fiona has made them, and they are stunning, and I've never tried to make one before this, and so I did, and I ended up having it turn out to be, I think, kind of halfway scrap, or halfway photo album, and halfway fabric book, and I don't know. I guess it's just a Marcia style fabric book, but this is what it has come out like, and I really am tickled with how it turned out. I used several different people's techniques or tricks or whatever to make it, and I kind of like how it turned out, and I just wanted to share it with you. This is the front, of course, and you can see these little tiny flat satiny flowers all down the front here. Those are from Fiona's store, and these little tiny bows are also from Fiona's store. I just thought they looked really cute on the front of my fabric book. And then I've got some gorgeous embroidered, well, not embroidered, but some gorgeous lace over here that I've got down the side. The base of the book is a kind of a cream colored velvety upholstery fabric, and it's actually not real heavy upholstery fabric, but it I don't know if you'd be able to see any of it because I've actually covered it up with lace, so I don't know if you'd be able to see it, but that's what I used for the base of my book. And I'll just start with the front here, but my very favorite pearl heart trim I used all along the edge. Also, I've got one of Fiona's little pearl, well, I call them little pearl flowers or pearl button, little flat back pearls there, and I've closed it with just some ribbon that you can tie in a bow. So I'll just start and show you, as we go here. This is the first page, or the first part of the book, and I don't know if you can see or not, but I used the what Fiona calls wadding, and it's you know, like, oh golly, I guess quilters use it and that type of thing, and I used that in my book also, and used the method that Fiona does where she pushes it down and then glues along it to cover it. I sort of just decided what size I wanted my book to be, but the thing that I did different is I put a spine in it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I put like an oblong of my wadding and then a spine, and then another oblong of my wadding over here on the other side, and it makes it so it'll close like that. And I'll show you the tassel and everything, but you can see the spine of it. It's kind of an entity of its own. And I don't know, I guess I thought it made it so it would open and close a little bit better, but what I did was on this first page, I put a pocket. I've used some of my beautiful doilies that I got from Fiona's store a while back. I've got 1, 2, 3 rows of lace around the edge here. I got 2 gathered ones, a white and sort of a cream color or beige, and then a real pretty oh, I'm not sure if that's what is called the Goupier lace. It's a little tiny one. I don't know if you can see that or not. The little itty bitty tiny one right there, the white. And then I put some pretty bling pink, shabby pink bling trim around it, and I mean, I've seen a lot of these done, and I've seen them done with those beautiful napkins and, you know, and vintage pictures and things like that. And I kind of just decided I wanted to make mine like a photo album also. So in this first pocket here, that it was a really neat doily, I made a little tag. I just had some really pretty paper, and I backed it with some like cardstock, and I just made a tag. And I thought that, you know, I could if a person wanted to mount a photograph on the back of this, or maybe journal on it, write on it or whatever, what the album was about, they could. And then I just tucked that in that front pocket. And then the second page, I've got some of Fiona's little tiny roses here as a trim too. And as the second page, I made kind of like, well, you can mount photographs on each one of these little flaps. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's 4 of them. And I made it out of cloth. I've seen girls make these out of paper, but I just made mine out of cloth. And then I put some pretty paper. I kept the paper kind of muted a little bit in this front page here. I just made them out of cloth, and you can mount a photograph on each one, and it just kind of makes like a little flip. I want to say flip chart, but I don't think that's right. Anyway, so and this page here in the center, I kind of put it into the center of my spine. And you can see here's the other side of the spine, and then here's this side, and I just put that page in the center of my spine. And then this is the first, and then in the center here I mounted or included, or whatever you want to say, a photo, an actual photo album. This has room for like 36 photographs, and they're just, you know, you put them under the plastic sleeves here. And on the front, I covered it with some of my pretty paper, and I used this crocheted lace as a I don't know, just I tucked the first part of the photo album in under it so that it would hold it. And then in the center of the photo album, I put I don't know if you can see that either. I put a piece of cording, and I think you can see it, a piece of cording, and then I put a little flower up here at the top and a little flower down here at the bottom. And I slid the book under the cording, and so it can actually be taken out, in and out, if a person would want to do that. And like I said, there's room for 36 photos, and then the back part is like the front. I put a piece of my pretty paper on it and tucked it under the crocheted lace. And that's the, I guess, second and third page of my book. And then next I did, I've seen the girls do this with paper, and you gals that do the scrapbooking and do all this with papers, beautiful papers, and those awesome, you know, different dyes that you use and everything. I'm so, you guys, I mean, that's a lot of work. I just have a great respect for folks who do that kind of thing, because I learned just doing the few little things that I did with this book, what it takes to make those cards, or those photo albums, or those books that you guys make all out of the paper with the, you know, the binding and all that. It's amazing to me. Anyway, this one I just kind of took a sort of an idea, and ZeeCee Creations, I believe it is, Corrine's, she does a lot of scrapbooking and tutorials, and I mean, wow, hers are awesome. They all with paper, of course, but I just mounted, I did took some of my homemade sprays and used some cardstock, and I've got glue strands everywhere. Okay, anyway, I used some cardstock and some of my sprays, and I made some paper to mount a photograph or a couple photographs on, and then one here also, to mount that on here, and then it just folds up like this and down like this, and then I just used a little piece of ribbon to tie this closed. You can put, you know, a couple photographs on the front here too. So, but yeah, I just kind of wanted something different for this page, and so that's what I decided to go with. And I think it turned out okay. I think it'll serve the purpose and hold the photographs like it should. And then I have these pages trimmed in I think just 2 layers of lace. Or is there 3? No, there's just 2 on those 2 pages. So then that's the middle part, and then here's the back page already. It's not got a lot of pages in it, but I think it would be serviceable for a photo album. I used some of Fiona's flat back pink pearl trim around the corner here, and some little fabric rosebuds and a pink rose, and I've got another beautiful doily back here that I used for a pocket. And then I just made another tag. It says Paris, and it's got the same colorings as made my pieces of photo backing the same as this, the colors in this, and I went around this with some Victorian velvet Victorian velvet ink, and then on the back too I just did around the edge a little bit with the Victorian velvet. And then if someone wants to mount a photograph, or like I said, journal on here, this is what the whole book was covered in. That upholstery fabric is underneath this this lace, and then you can see how I did that, the spongy, the wadding, like Fiona shows you. You just push this down and you hold your fabric, and glue along it, and then it makes a nice, neat, anyway, it works really well. It makes a nice, neat cover for whatever you're making. But then I just tuck this tag in the back here also. And I think I left enough room for a person to put, you know, quite a few photographs. You can tuck more in here if you want, or like I said, this is my first venture at something like this, so I really don't know if it's going to be functional. I hope so, because that's what the purpose of it was for someone to be able to use it for photographs. And anyway, and I'll just show you the back also. This I had in my stash. I've had this forever, this wide satiny lace, and I think it is so pretty, and so I used that along there. And then I think this one came, I'm not sure if this one came from Fiona or not, I can't recall, so forgive me if it didn't. I know she has laces like this that are very, very, very similar, so you'll be able to go there and find. This is just one of the little bows that I attached my ribbon on the back, and I wanted something to, you know, dress that up a little bit. Got a couple of fabric flowers on the back corners. And then a doily. I've got two doilies layered up. Probably could have done another doily, but I've got two doilies layered up for the cover. They go around the spine, and kind of would have been neat. You know, I've seen the girls take and put some real pretty trim or lace down the spines also, which but I made a tassel for mine. Blue strands everywhere, but I made a tassel for mine. I rolled a little ribbon rose. I made a can't talk now either. A ribbon rose, rolled rose. Say that 50 times fast. Anyway, I made a little ribbon rolled rose, and Fiona has showed how to do these too, and I don't know who all else, probably a bunch of people. But then I just used some of the lace that I covered the book in, and some little doodads from another piece of crocheted lace, and some narrow ribbon, and a piece of crocheted lace also, and some pink and cream pearl strands that I used for my tassel. So that's kind of how that came out. And at any rate, like I said, I'm really kind of tickled how it turned out, and it's very soft. It could almost be a pillow, but yeah, it's I think maybe for a wedding, or even for a new baby or anything like that, I think it would be great, a great gift for someone. So hopefully somebody will get some good out of it. And that's what I've been kind of working on lately, and I'm gonna try to get another couple videos done here as soon as I can. And I hope you like this. If anybody sees it and likes it or whatever, let me know. Let me know if you have any suggestions that can help me out. I'm always up for anything that anybody might want to say for to help me out, because I love doing this, and I don't know if what I do helps anyone. I sure hope it does. one of these days I'll get enough courage to do a start to finish tutorial, and I think that depends on how quick. If I really do something stupid, I want to be able to edit it out, and I'm not sure how to do that yet. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and I appreciate anything if you like and share or whatever my channel. I would much appreciate it. And so thanks for watching, everyone, and see you soon. God bless. Bye.